When the Jackass TV series first landed back in late 2000, I fell in love instantly. I got high on how beautifully simplistic it was and found great joy in seeing the majority of my then classmates try to mimic some of their stunts. Nowadays it serves perfectly as a means of comfort after a night out of binge drinking and ruthless rejection. I'm chalking it down to sexual intimidation. Traditionally, the second paragraph of my reviews is dedicated to plot description, but this is Jackass. There's no storyline whatsoever, it's purely a series of antics performed by a cast that disregards the idea of personal safety on a level that's comparable to how much obligation Downing Street shows towards a set of lockdown rules. I have noticed that people are a lot like fruit, they get softer over time. I was very concerned that such a statement would be made apparent in the movie and we would be given a diluted version of its predecessors. Thankfully that wasn't even close to being the case. The stunts in Jackass Forever are savage, super creative, and as Steve-O would say, gnarly dude. My throat hasn't been tortured enough to attempt an impression. I loved how varied they were as well. It wasn't just 96 minutes of the cast doing the same sort of shit in different outfits, no sir, a massive gold star to the imaginations belonging to the sick fucks that forged these original painmakers. There are throwbacks to escapades previously featured in the TV series and the movies prior, but they're by no means recycled. In fact, I would go as far as to say they've received a better upgrade than any of my exes who have fallen cunt first onto a tic-tac. Because reasons, all members of the original crew couldn't be featured and they were missed for sure. A fresh set of faces are brought in to fill those gaps, and honestly I really enjoyed them. Each one earns their salt, but I have to give a special shout out to Zach Holmes for very much showing us the reason he's nicknamed Jackass, but MVP undoubtedly goes to Danger Erin McGeehee for his heroic contribution. This guy gets put through trial by fucking everything. If I was presented with any of his stunts, I'd be inspired to immigrate to fuck that shit city without a moment's delay. He even gets terrorized when he's standing to the side of a spotlight that can't help but drift in his direction, which is impressive considering the names belonging to the peers he's sharing a vicinity with. Contrastively, Dave England, who was once tipped by Johnny Knoxville to be the first one of them to die in a stunt, sadly seems to be heading towards his dotage with the same haste as I implement en route to Amsterdam's finest fanwar when it calls last orders. Jackass Forever fed me cock first to the emotional ringer. Honestly man, at one point I was howling, at another I felt genuine concern, and in between those pretty much any other feeling the psyche is capable of. It was everything I wanted and more. Will there be another? Well, I know that, as is customary at this point, the unused footage, outtakes and behind the scenes material from this feature will be released on Netflix in the future, so very much looking forward to that. As far as a possible Jackass 5 is concerned, at time of writing, fuck knows. I'm just grateful that this one happened, and if number 4 is to be the final installment in this franchise, I'm fine with that. The Jackass gang owe us nothing, and I must go. Just realised that Valentine's Day was last week, and I'm yet to mark the occasion by devouring a block of raw halloumi that's been baptised in bourbon before making my cock sleeve look like it's been dragged through a PTSD seminar for sexual assault victims.